children, welcome to today's session. In the last video we have seen trigonometric ratios. There are 6 trigonometric ratios: sine, cos, tan, cosecant, secant and cotangent. Today we are going to see the values of few trigonometric ratios with degrees 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90 with respect to sine, cos, tan, cosecant, secant and cot. There is a table given in your content book. Now I am going to explain that. Sine value, then cos value, tan value, then cosecant, secant and cot. We are going to find out the value for these angles for degree 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. So now we have 5 different angles. For these angles, now we are going to take the values as starting from 0 to 1. Divide 0 to 1 equally for other 3 values. So 1 by 4, half and 3 by 4 we will get. We have 5 different angles. We started the angles with 0 to 1 and we are dividing the other 3 values equally between 0 to 1. Why did we take only the angles 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90? Because we are dealing only with acute angles here. Now what will be the value of sine theta? Take square root for 0. We will get 0. Take square root for 1 by 4. Square root of 1 by 4 is 1 by 2. Take square root for half. You will get 1 by root 2. And square root for 60, that is root 3 by 2. Square root of 1 is 1. So sine theta value for all these different angles, we got a 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2 and 1. Then what will be the value of cos? Cos value we will get by reversing sine. Take the values as reverse for cos, we will get sine. If you take the reverse of sine, we will get cos. So cos theta value is 1. Cos 30 value is root 3 by 2. Cos 45 value is sine 45 1 by root 2. And cos 60 is 1 by 2. And cos 90 is 0. Then comes your third value, tan theta. As we know, tan ratio is a quotient ratio. So we can get the value of tan as sine by cos. Divide the values of sine and cos to get the value of tan. So 0 by 1, 0. 1 by 2, root 3 by 2 becomes 1 by root 3. 1 by root 2 divided by 1 by root 2 is 1. Root 3 by 2 by 1 by 2 is root 3 by 1. And 1 by 0, dividing anything by 0 is not defined. Next, cosecant value. When we were learning about these trigonometric ratios, we learned cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. Cosecant theta value is 1 by sine. So 1 by 0 is not defined. Reciprocal of 1 by 2 is 2. Reciprocal of 1 by root 2 is root 2. Reciprocal of root 3 by 2 is 2 by root 3. And reciprocal of 1 is 1. And in the previous video, we learned that secant theta is the reciprocal of cos. So secant theta value is reciprocal of cos. 1 by 1, 1. 1 by root 3 by 2, 2 by root 3. 1 by root 2 reciprocal is root 2. Reciprocal of 1 by 2 is 2. And 1 by 0 is not defined. Then what about cot theta? Do you remember reciprocating what we will get cot theta? Tan theta. 1 by tan theta is equal to cot theta. So here reciprocal of 0 is not defined. 1 by root 3 is root 3. Reciprocal of 1 is 1. Reciprocal of root 3 by 1 is 1 by root 3. And reciprocal of not defined, that is your infinite value, is 0. We did not know actually what is infinite. Then how something will be defined by infinite? So it is nothing. Reciprocal of not defined is 0. Using this trigonometric ratio table for all these 6 trigonometric ratio with respect to angles 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90, we are going to solve exercise 8.2. Hello children, now we will see exercise 8.2, question number 1, subdivision 3. It is given that cos what we need to evaluate. What does the word evaluate means? I told you how much ever expressions we have, how many terms we have, we need to simplify that and find out a single number. That is the meaning for evaluate. Now I am going to evaluate this sum, cos 45 by secant 30 plus cosecant 30. All the values of these terms are written here. How I wrote this value? From the table. Cos 45 I wrote, secant 30 I wrote and cosecant 30 I wrote. Now we want to solve this. How we can solve this? This is equal to 1 by root 2 the whole divided by 2 by root 3 plus 2 by 1. So I have a fraction. In that fraction, numerator is also a fraction and denominator we have a fraction with a whole number. Sum of a fraction with whole number. Now I want to take LCM for this whole number. So what I'll do, I'll take LCM. Here it is root 3 into root 3 into root 3. So what I'll get if I take LCM, I'll get 1 by root 2 the whole divided by, the common denominator is root 3. First term is 2 and my second term is 2 root 3. Now I have two fractions as a single fraction here. So I am writing the numerator as such and I am going to reciprocate the denominator. To convert division to multiplication, I am reciprocating the denominator. So what I will get as denominator? Root 3 divided by 2 plus 2 root 3 I will get. If I multiply, what I will get? Root 3 divided by root 2 into 2. The product of a whole number and a root number is 2 into root 2 plus again 2 root 3 into root 2. 2 root 3 into root 2. Whole number I can multiply and root 3 I can write as such. So here I will get 4 root 2 into 2 root 3. Root number will be written as such. Square root number can be multiplied. So 2 under root 2 into 3 becomes 2 root 6. So I'll get 2 root 2 plus 2 root 6 in my denominator. Now I need to take conjugate. The concept which you learnt in grade 9. We should not leave a sum as root numbers in the denominator. It should be simplified. So we want to take conjugate. What is the conjugate here? First term minus the second term. Since the two terms are in addition here, the conjugate will be in subtraction here. Now multiply the numerators and the denominators. The denominator is in the form a plus b into a minus b. Denominator is in the form a plus b into a minus b. So that can be written as a square minus b square. So 2 root 2 square minus 2 root 6 square. And numerator is root 3 into 2 root 2 minus root 3 into 2 root 6. When I solve the denominator, 2 square become 4. Square root of 2 and square will get cancelled and this will become 2. 2 square again it will become 4. Square root of 6 the whole square becomes 6. Now come to the numerator. Root number and root number can be multiplied. So 2 under root 3 into 2 becomes 6 minus here also the whole number I wrote and the root numbers can be multiplied. So that becomes under root 3 into 6. Now the next step is 2 root 6 minus 2 root 18 divided by 8 minus 24. Now, in the numerator there are two terms. In both the terms I have 2 common. So I am taking 2 commonly outside. So what is remaining? Root 6 minus root 8 is remaining. And the denominator is 8 minus 24. That will become minus 16. Now I can cancel 2 and 16 and I will get 8 here. We should not write negative sign in the denominator. In a fraction, the sign should be written in the numerator. So what I will get here in my numerator? Minus of root 6 minus root 18 divided by 8. Now multiply this minus inside. What will get? Minus root 6 plus root 18 divided by 8, which is equal to root 18 minus root 6 by 8. Now check, is it possible for us to take square root for 6? No. So leave that. Check with root 18. Check with root 18. Is it possible? Check with root 18. Is it possible to take square root for root 18? Yes. And root 18 can be written as 9 into 2, which can be written as root 9 into root 2, which can be written as 3 into root 2. So 18 can be written as 3 root 2 minus root 6 and the whole divided by 8. So a sum is posted to us with 3 terms. Cos 45 divided by secant 30 plus cosecant 30. We substituted all the values from the trigonometric ratio table and we executed arithmetic operation by taking conjugates and eliminated all those root values, and we got the final answer as 3 root 2 minus root 6 divided by 8. Thank you children. Catch you in the next video.